my beloved. I see you. Right now in this moment. You're not alone, even if it feels like it sometimes. I've been with you from the start and I'm still here. Take a breath. Feel my presence. There's no rush. Just stay a while. You've been carrying so much, haven't you? Your mind is always running. Your heart feels heavy some days. I know. I know every thought, every struggle, every tear. And I want you to know this. You don't have to carry it all by yourself. Hold my hand. I've never asked you to walk this road alone. In fact, I never intended for you to. But somewhere along the way, you got used to doing things on your own. Maybe you thought I was too far or too busy. Maybe you wondered if I even cared. I do. More than you can imagine. So let's do something different today. Instead of rushing to the next thing, just stay a while. Let me hold you. Let me remind you who you are, who I made you to be. The world moves fast, doesn't it? Always pulling you in different directions. Always demanding more from you. More work, more effort, more energy. And somewhere in all that busyness, it's easy to forget to just be. To sit in stillness. To rest in my love. But right now, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to figure everything out. You can just rest. You can let me carry you. I see how strong you try to be. How you hold everything together, even when you feel like falling apart. I see the way you put on a brave face for others, even when your heart is aching inside. I see how you keep going, even when you feel empty. But my child, you don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to pretend you're okay when you're not. I want you to know it's okay to lean on me. It's okay to let go. Tell me, when was the last time you truly let yourself rest? Not just physically, but in your heart and mind. When was the last time you breathed deeply without worry pressing in on you? When was the last time you let yourself be still without feeling guilty for not doing more? I know this world makes you feel like you have to keep moving. That if you stop, everything will fall apart. But hear me, that's not true. I am holding everything together. I'm holding you together. You are not the one keeping everything from breaking. I am. So take this moment. Right now. Close your eyes if you want to. Take a deep breath. Let go of the tension in your shoulders. Release the weight you've been carrying. Let me hold you. I know the things that weigh heavy on your heart. The worries about tomorrow. The regrets from yesterday. The uncertainty of what's ahead. The fears you don't even speak out loud. I see them all. And I'm asking you, will you give them to me? You don't have to hold them anymore. You don't have to carry them alone. Let me have them. I promise you I can handle them. I can take what feels overwhelming to you and bring peace. I can take what feels impossible and make a way. I can take what's broken and make it whole. But I need you to let go. I know that's not easy. I know you've gotten used to carrying things on your own. But trusting me means opening your hands. Releasing the grip you have on the things you're afraid to lose. It means stepping into a place of surrender where you don't have to figure it all out because I already have. Will you do that, my child? Will you trust me with the things you've been holding so tightly? Tell me, what's been on your heart lately? Drop it in the comments, I'm listening. I know trust takes time. I know you've been let down before. I know people have promised to be there for you, only to walk away. I know life has made you cautious, hesitant to believe that anyone, even me, could truly care that much. But I am not like the people who have hurt you. I do not leave. I do not break my promises. I do not love you one day and forget about you the next. I am constant, unchanging, faithful, and I have never stopped loving you. Not even for a second. Even on your worst days. Even in your biggest mistakes. Even in the moments when you felt the farthest from me. My love has never wavered. I know you've asked, God, are you really here? Yes, my child. I am. I've been here through every season, even the ones that felt like darkness. Even the moments when you couldn't hear me, couldn't feel me, couldn't see how I was working. I was there when you cried yourself to sleep. I was there when you felt completely alone. I was there when you whispered prayers you weren't sure I even heard. I heard them. I've seen every tear you've cried, and not a single one has been wasted. I have been holding you even when you didn't realize it. I have been guiding you even when you thought you were lost. I have been writing your story even when you thought it was over. And I'm still here. So don't rush this moment. Don't feel like you have to move on quickly. Stay a while. Let my presence be your safe place. Let my words sink deep into your heart. Let my love wash over you. If this is speaking to you, go ahead and like this video. Let's keep this moment between us. You are seen. You are known. You are deeply loved. And I'm not going anywhere. I want you to know, my child, that I delight in you. Not because of what you do. Not because of how well you perform. But simply because you are mine. You don't have to strive for my love. You don't have to earn it. You already have it. There is nothing you could do to make me love you more. And there is nothing you could do to make me love you less. My love is not based on your perfection. It is based on who I am. And I am love. So rest in that today. Rest in the truth that you are completely and unconditionally loved. Rest in the truth that you don't have to do anything to be worthy of my love. You already are. Hold my hand, my child. Stay a while. Tell me what part of this message is speaking to you the most. Drop a comment. I want to hear from you. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to pretend you're okay when you're not. I know the weight you're carrying. I know the thoughts that keep you up at night. I know how hard you try to keep it together when inside you're struggling. I see you. Even when you feel invisible to the world. Even when it seems like no one notices the battles you're fighting. Even when it feels like you're carrying everything alone. You're not alone. I am right here. I have always been here. From the moment you took your first breath, I was with you. Through every high and every low, I have never left your side. And I'm not leaving now. You don't have to be strong all the time. That's not what I've asked of you. I never expected you to hold the world on your shoulders. That was never your job. Let me take the weight off. Let me carry what's been breaking you. Let me hold the burdens you weren't meant to bear. Will you let go? I know that's hard to do. I know you've gotten used to carrying it all. You've learned to be independent, to rely on yourself, to push through even when you feel like collapsing. You've been disappointed before. You've been let down by people who were supposed to be there for you. And now trust doesn't come easy. I understand. But my child, I am not like them. I do not break my promises. I do not walk away when things get hard. I do not turn my back on you when you struggle. I stay. Always. I hear your silent prayers. The ones you don't say out loud. The ones that feel too heavy to put into words. The ones you whisper in the dark when no one else is around. And the ones you've stopped praying because you think I'm not listening. But I am. Maybe you feel like I've been silent. Like I haven't answered the way you hoped. Like I've left you waiting, wondering, questioning if I even hear you. I do. I hear every word, every cry, every longing of your heart. And I need you to know something. Just because you don't see the answer right now doesn't mean I'm not working. I see the bigger picture. I see what's ahead when you can only see what's right in front of you. And my plan, though it may not always make sense to you, is better than anything you could imagine. I know that's hard to believe sometimes. I know there are moments when you wonder why things haven't changed yet, why the breakthrough hasn't come, why the storm hasn't passed. I know you've asked, God, why aren't you doing something? But my child, I am. Even when you can't see it. Even when it feels like nothing is moving. Even when it seems like I'm distant. I am right here working in ways you don't yet understand. I am preparing you for what's ahead. I am strengthening you in ways you can't yet see. I am aligning things perfectly, in the right place, at the right time. And I need you to trust me. Will you let go of the worry? Will you take my hand and walk forward, even when you don't know what's ahead? I know how much you crave certainty. I know you want to see the full picture before you take the next step. But that's not how faith works, my child. Faith is trusting me even when you don't have all the answers. It's stepping forward even when you can't see where the road leads. It's believing that I am good, even when your circumstances are hard. And I am good. Not just sometimes. Not just when things are going well. I am good always. Even in the waiting. Even in the silence. Even in the moments when you wonder if I've forgotten you, I haven't. I could never forget you. You are my beloved. You are my treasure. You are the one I gave everything for. You are held in the hands of the one who created the stars. And if I take care of them, don't you think I'll take care of you too? Take a deep breath, my child. I've got you. You don't have to live in fear of the future. You don't have to carry anxiety over what's next. You don't have to figure everything out. You just have to trust me. Even when it's hard. Even when you don't understand. Even when things don't go the way you planned. Trust that I am leading you somewhere good. I see the road ahead. I know the plans I have for you. and they are good. So rest. Release the burden. Stop trying to force things to happen on your own. Surrender the things that have been keeping you up at night. Lay them down at my feet, and let me take care of you. I promise you this, I will not fail you. I will not abandon you. I will not leave you to figure this out on your own. I am right here, and I always will be. If this is speaking to you, go ahead and like this video. Let's keep this moment between us. Now tell me, what's one thing you've been struggling to let go of? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear from you. I see how tired you are. Not just physically, but deep in your soul. The kind of tired that doesn't go away with sleep. The kind of exhaustion that comes from carrying too much for too long. You've been trying so hard. You keep pushing forward, keep showing up, keep holding everything together. You tell yourself, I just have to make it through this. But then another battle comes, another weight falls on your shoulders, and you're left wondering, when does it get easier? My child, you were never meant to do this alone. Let me carry that for you. You don't have to be the strong one all the time. You don't have to act like you're okay when you're struggling inside. You don't have to hold everything together. That's my job. And I want you to know there is nothing wrong with needing help. There is nothing wrong with resting. There is nothing wrong with letting go. You don't have to prove yourself to me. You don't have to perform. You don't have to earn my love. You already have it. Always have. Always will. I love you on your good days, and I love you just as much on the days you feel like you're falling apart. I see the way you struggle with that. The way you sometimes feel like you have to be perfect, like you have to get everything right before coming to me. But my love isn't based on your performance. I don't love you because you're strong. I love you because you are mine. And I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to trust me. Come closer. Rest in me. You don't have to keep running on empty. You don't have to keep pretending everything is fine when your heart feels heavy. You don't have to keep wearing yourself out, trying to do everything on your own. Let me hold you. Let me restore you. Let me give you the peace your soul has been craving. When was the last time you truly rested? Not just sleep, but rest. The kind that settles deep in your heart, the kind that brings stillness to your mind, the kind that reminds you that you are safe, that you are loved, that you are held. I want that for you. Let my peace cover you. The world will try to steal your peace. It will fill your mind with worry, anxiety, fear. It will make you feel like you have to keep striving, keep proving yourself, keep doing more. But that is not what I have for you. I have rest for you. I have peace that doesn't depend on your circumstances. Peace that isn't shaken by the storms of life. Peace that stays even when everything around you feels uncertain. Let my love fill you. I see the way you've been looking for love, for acceptance, for a place where you feel safe. I see how you've searched for it in people, in accomplishments, in the approval of others. But my love is different. It's not temporary. It doesn't change based on how well you're doing. It doesn't fade when you make mistakes. It is constant, steady, unshakable, and it's already yours. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to earn it. You just have to receive it. Let my voice be louder than the doubts and fears. I know how loud your thoughts can get. The worries that play on repeat in your mind. The voices that tell you you're not enough, that you'll never be free, that things will never change. But those are not my words. My words bring life, not fear. My words bring hope, not despair. My words remind you of who you are, loved, chosen, cherished. Listen to my voice. Let it quiet the noise of doubt. Let it drown out the lies. Let it fill your heart with truth. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not too far gone. You are my beloved, and I am right here. Tell me, what's one burden you need to let go of today? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear from you. I have so much more to tell you, so much more to show you. Subscribe now so you don't miss what I have planned for you. I know the loneliness you felt, the moments when the world felt distant, when it seemed like no one truly saw you, when you were surrounded by people yet still felt unseen. I saw those nights, the ones where the silence felt heavier than you could bear, the ones where you wondered if anyone would notice if you disappeared, the ones where you reached for comfort but found nothing to hold on to. But hear me now, you are not alone. Not for 1 second. I have never left you. I have never turned my back on you. Even when you ran, I stayed. Even when you doubted, I remained. Even when you felt unworthy, my love never changed. I am your safe place, your refuge, your home. I know how hard it is to believe that sometimes. I know how the world has made you feel, like you have to be strong on your own, like no one truly understands, like if you let your guard down, you'll be hurt again. But I need you to know something, my child. I see you. I see every tear you've cried, even the ones you wiped away before anyone could notice. I see the way you smile on the outside while your heart aches inside. I see the weight you carry, the longing you don't always talk about, the ache for something more. And I want you to know, I am with you in it all. I've always been with you, and I will never leave you. So let's change the way you see this season. Instead of feeling like you're walking through it alone, know that I am right beside you. I am walking with you, holding you, guiding you. This isn't just another storm to endure. This is a place where I will meet you. A place where my presence will be enough. A place where you will see that even when people fail you, even when circumstances shift, even when everything feels uncertain, I remain. Can you feel me near? Close your eyes for a moment. Take a breath. Let yourself be still. I am right here, and I am not in a hurry. You don't have to rush past this moment. You don't have to run to the next thing, the next distraction, the next busy task, just to escape the silence. Because the silence is not empty. It's where I speak. And I'm speaking to you now. You, my beloved, are never alone. Even in the moments that feel lonely, you are never abandoned. Even when others leave, I stay. Even when you feel unseen, I see you fully. I want you to rest in that truth. I want you to let it sink into your soul, past the fear, past the doubt, past the lies that have tried to convince you that you have to figure things out on your own. You don't. I am here, and I will never stop being here. Tell me, what's one thing you need me to carry for you today? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear from you. I have so much more to show you, so much more to whisper to your heart. Subscribe now so you don't miss what I have planned for you. You've questioned your worth. You've looked in the mirror and wondered, am I enough? You've replayed mistakes in your mind thinking, maybe I'm too broken. Maybe I've messed up too much. Maybe I don't deserve love like that. But listen to me, my child. You're deeply, fully, unconditionally loved. Not because of what you do. Not because of how well you perform. Not because you have it all together. But because you are mine. I chose you. Before you ever took your first breath, I saw you. I formed you with care, with intention, with love beyond anything you can comprehend. You were not an accident. You were not a mistake. You were created in love for love. And my love for you has never wavered. I know that's hard for you to believe sometimes. You've been hurt before. You've been let down. You've felt the sting of rejection, the pain of abandonment, the ache of not feeling wanted. And I know how those wounds have shaped the way you see yourself. But those lies you've believed about yourself, that you're not enough, that you're too much, that you're too broken, too unworthy, too far gone, they are not from me. I have never spoken those words over you. I have never seen you as anything less than precious. I have never once thought you weren't worth it. Because I see you exactly as you are. And I love you. Let that sink in. I love you when you feel strong, and I love you just as much when you feel weak. I love you on your best days, and I love you just as fiercely on your worst. I love you when you succeed, and I love you just the same when you fail. Nothing changes my love for you. Nothing you do can make me love you less. Nothing you accomplish can make me love you more. My love isn't based on your performance. It isn't fragile. It doesn't come and go like human love sometimes does. It is steady, constant, unshakable, and I want you to receive it. I know that's not always easy. I know you've spent so long believing that love has to be earned, that you have to prove yourself, that you have to measure up, that you have to work harder, do better, be more. But my love isn't like that. It's not something you have to strive for. It's not something you have to chase. It's already yours. Will you let yourself believe that? Will you let yourself rest in the truth that you are fully known, fully seen, and still fully loved? I see the parts of yourself you try to hide. The ones you think no one could ever love. The ones you're ashamed of, the ones you wish were different, the ones that make you wonder if you're really worth it. And I love you anyway. Actually, I love you because of who you are. Not just the polished, put-together version of you. Not just the version of you that gets things right. I love the real you. The one with doubts. The one with fears. The one with scars. Every part of you is precious to me. You don't have to clean yourself up before coming to me. You don't have to fix everything before letting me in. You don't have to pretend you're okay when you're not. I love you right here, right now, just as you are. Take a deep breath. Let my love in. Let it heal the places that feel raw and unseen. Let it reach the wounds you thought would never close. Let it fill the emptiness that nothing else ever could. Because this love, it is the kind that stays. The kind that holds you when you feel like falling apart. The kind that speaks life into the places that have felt lifeless. I will never stop loving you. No matter where you go. No matter what you do. No matter how far you feel. I will always come after you. I will always choose you. I will always call you mine. Tell me, what part of this message is speaking to you? Drop a comment, I want to know. And don't forget, I have so much more to tell you. So much more to show you. Subscribe now, so you don't miss what I have planned for you. You don't have to rush off. You don't have to move on so quickly. Stay a while. Let this moment sink in. Let my words settle deep in your heart. Let yourself breathe, rest, and be still. I know how life pulls at you. The constant noise, the endless to-do lists, the expectations, the distractions. I know how easy it is to hear something good, something true, and then get pulled right back into the busyness. But this moment is different. This moment is sacred. So don't rush. You don't have to go back to the way things were before. You can choose something new. You can choose to walk with me hand in hand every single day. I want to go with you. Not just in the quiet moments when you feel close to me, but in the messy moments too. The frustrating moments. The uncertain moments. The moments when you're not sure what's next. I want to be in all of it. Will you let me? I will lead you. I will strengthen you. I will love you through every high and every low. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to carry the weight of the future on your shoulders. You don't have to try to control everything. Just take my hand. One step at a time. One moment at a time. I have good things ahead for you. I know that's hard to believe sometimes. I know you've had disappointments. I know you've prayed for things that didn't turn out the way you hoped. I know you've wondered if I really have a plan for you at all. But I do. And it's better than you think. Even the delays, they have a purpose. Even the detours, I am using them for good. Even the waiting, it's not wasted time. I am working in ways you cannot see. So don't give up hope. Don't let fear make you believe that nothing will change. Don't let disappointment convince you that I have forgotten you.
I haven't.
And I never will. So stay with me. Hold my hand. Let me be the one you turn to first, the one you trust most, the one you rely on, the one you walk with through everything. I want to hear from you. Before you go, tell me, what's one thing you're taking away from this? Drop it in the comments. I'm listening. And if you haven't already, subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single thing I have to say. I love you, my child. Always.